Hello, hi everyone, welcome back to my channel for another week where we talk all things skin, hair and travel. I'm so sorry that I am not posting weekly as I usually do, but things are a bit hectic right now and I just need to prioritize those things until things can fizzle out, and then things will hopefully get back to normal, but it's all good. So today I will be talking about misconceptions about natural hair, and I think this is a very important chat to always have. It's very important for us to constantly educate ourselves about natural hair and everything pertaining to natural hair. We still have a lot of negative messaging that is blasted onto different mediums about natural hair, and a lot of it is because of ignorance, a lot of it is because of oppression that we've undergone, but in any case we still need to constantly have these conversations. But let me just go straight to it. Actually, before I get into it, subscribers, hi, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for subscribing, and I hope you do enjoy the content. I hope you do engage. I hope you do share. I hope you do like. Anyway, so let's just get into it. So the first misconception about natural hair is that if you know your hair type, then everything is going to fall in place. You are going to know which products to use, and you are going to know how best to take care of your hair. Well, I'm sorry to burst your bubble, but that is not exactly true. The most important thing is knowing your porosity. Porosity is just essentially how well your hair can absorb and retain moisture. If you know your porosity, it's much easier. There are many videos that actually educate you on how to find out more on your porosity. So I would suggest get to know more of your porosity. I do have 4-type hair according to that typing system, but I really think it's not really an accurate indication of what your hair type is. So it is best to just know your porosity and just play around and experiment with different products just to know what actually works. That is the only best way to find out what actually works for you. So the second misconception is that relaxed hair requires less attention than natural hair. There is some truth to that, and the reason why I say that is because relaxed hair is obviously straight, so maintaining it is not that much of an issue, whereas natural hair is coily, it's kinky, it requires a little bit more love. But if you have relaxed hair that is limp, your edges are somewhere here, your hair looks fried, and you have split ends all over the place, then maybe you need to also realize that you don't even know how to take care of your own hair. So all hair types require a lot of attention, and they require a good regimen to ensure that you keep your hair healthy. The next misconception is that natural hair does not grow. Well, I have news for you. Natural hair grows. If anything, natural hair will likely flourish more than relaxed hair will, and the reason is because you don't use a lot of chemicals onto your natural hair compared to relaxed hair. By the way, I have no problems with relaxed hair. I used to have beautiful relaxed hair that I absolutely loved, so no hate. But I'm just saying that the misconception that natural hair does not grow is very much wrong. In fact, I've realized that my hair has flourished in its natural state compared to when it was relaxed. I was able to take care of my hair quite well while it was relaxed, but my hair has flourished in its natural state. Natural hair does grow. All of it is just dependent upon the way in which you take care of your hair. And there's this notion that you always need to comb your hair to keep it in a very good state. I don't know about you, but I've experienced a setback because I used to comb my hair quite a lot. So combing is not really necessary on natural hair. Our hair is very coily. One, your hair has to be well moisturized. It can't be dry. Your hair will be prone to breakage. So yeah, you don't need to comb your hair. Instead, what I do whenever I want to style my hair, for instance, the way I lift my hair out like this, All I did was to pick it with an Afro comb and then I just fluffed it. But I don't comb my hair all the way through because I'm not trying to go through all that pain. So there is really no need for you to comb your hair. I don't know where this thing comes from. I don't know if it's because people just always want their hair to look neat and to look structured, to look a certain way, but there's really no need for you to comb your hair. There's a way in which you can style your hair without combing it. Use a brush as well. It does wonders. I do that. Then when it comes to moisturizing your hair, a lot of people still think oils help to moisturize hair. Oils are not moisturizers, they are sealants. If anything, if you are just applying oil on your hair will most likely always feel dry. But essentially you are sealing in dryness. So oils are not moisturizers. Instead, oils are sealants. So you have to always apply an oil after you've moisturized your hair or after you've hydrated your hair. That is very, very important, because if you don't hydrate or moisturize your hair will not have that soft feel on it. Butters are also not moisturizers, they are sealants. Always start off with water to make sure that your hair is going to have some kind of moisture. Then you can add an oil. Otherwise, another misconception is that protective styling is great to grow your hair. Now, here's the thing. Protective styling can really be beneficial for your hair simply because it gives you the opportunity to leave your hair. So you don't touch your hair for a prolonged period, you don't style your hair, you don't manage your hair at all. Because you are touching it less, you are going to retain more length. But if under a protective style you are still not taking care of your hair, then unfortunately protective styling is not going to help. So it's very important to make sure that even though it's under protective style, make sure you still wash your hair, make sure you still moisturize your hair, and this will ensure that you see the results of protective styling. Otherwise, then it will be cumbersome. And then I'll tie it into cutting your split ends off. Cutting split ends off does not automatically mean that your hair is going to grow. Sorry. No, you are cutting your ends because they are splitting, because they might cause more knots and it will be even more difficult for you to manage your hair. So the health of your scalp and the health of your roots is what actually helps in terms of seeing any growth on your hair. But cutting off your split ends does not mean that your hair is going to automatically start growing quicker. And the last one is the fact that you always have to braid or plait or some kind of low manipulation style. You have to do that before you sleep. That is actually not true. There are many times where I go to sleep with my hair like this, but I obviously use a satin scarf to make sure that when I sleep and I turn around or whatever, I don't cause any friction. So you can go to sleep with your hair the way that it is, but you do need to just observe hair to see how it looks the next day, how it is during the week, because some people do indicate that if they sleep with their hair as it is, sometimes they feel like their hair gets a lot of knots. And then that becomes a problem because it can cause breakage and whatnot. So you just need to be observant with what works for you and what doesn't work. But you don't necessarily always have to have a low manipulation style on your hair just so that the next day you can then style it better. No, you can go to sleep with your hair like this. Just make sure that you always sleep with a satin scarf. Always make sure that you moisturize your hair very well to avoid unnecessary breakage. And you always need to focus on the ends of your hair because they are the oldest parts of our hair. So this is essentially some of the misconceptions that I think it's very good to take note of and always be aware of, because we always get way too much negative messaging around natural hair in any case. So it's very important to always just keep it in mind. Always keep a lot of positive images about natural hair in mind. Anyway, that's all I have for today. I hope that you did enjoy this video, and I will see you on the next video.